everyone! This time we will review how to solve inverse in a given function. Please subscribe on my channel.
Inverses of a function. How to find the inverse of a given function. So this is our objective, to be able to find the inverse of a function. So this is a set of raw data after a function to best represent that data. So we have here an example of a piecewise function. This is a piecewise function. Then what is the domain and range? So f of x is x plus 5 if x is less than -3. And -2 if x is greater than -3 but less than 1. Again, how to read this inequality? X is greater than -3 but less than 1. This is an inequality form. And if x is greater or equal to 1, you are going to use the function x minus 4. So we have the domain. The domain is from the -infinity to -3, union with -3 to positive infinity. So here is the domain. Domain is the value of your x. The value of your x from -3 going down and from -3 going to positive infinity. Whereas your range, the possible value of your y from the -infinity to positive infinity. So a function describes the relationship between two variables. And then you're going to apply the rule for your input, then generates exactly one result. So we have there. So for such relationship, we are often compelled to reverse or undo. So we have an example here. The reverse second machine reverses the action of the first. Okay, so we have the function, and this is the inverse of the given function. So how you're going to find the inverse? So list the sequence of steps needed to evaluate this function. So square, you're going to square both sides, multiply by 9, add 4. Sorry for my PowerPoint. So this is an example. The inverse of an ordered pair xy is yx. So you just inverse, the x becomes the y and the y becomes the x. So in other words, you have to switch the x and the y's. So it's represented by f inverse, this one, f inverse of x. So the inverse of an ordered pair 1, 2, 2, 4, 3, 6, and 4, 8 is 2, 1, 4, 2, 6, 3, and 8, 4. So first step, switch the x and y, solve for y, change to functional notation. Example, find the inverse of f of x, which is 8x minus 1. So I have step 1, represent first, change f of x to y. So y equals 8x minus 1. And then replace, interchange x and y man. So si x, si y becomes x, si x becomes y. So x equals 8y minus 1. Then solve for y. Para y na lang mahibilin. So here, iyang gi-transfer si -1 or add both sides by 1. So pag add nimo 1, so nahimo x plus 1, na-cancel si 1, it becomes 8y. Then after that, your goal is solve for y, so you divide both sides by 8. So you divide by 8, so y equals x plus 1 over 8. So this is the inverse now. Write the inverse function notation. So the inverse is x plus 1 over 8. Another, find the inverse. F of x equals 3x plus 1 over 2. Here's the step. So first, replace f of x by y. So y equals 3x plus 1 over 2. Then interchange x and y. So y equals 3, x equals 3y plus 1 over 2. Then after that, since we have over, we have rational division. So the opposite is multiplication. So multiply first both sides of the equation by 2. Multiplyan ni siya 2. Mo ni siyang si x. Kawala man ay siya 2. Pag multiply ni mong 2, na mong 2x. Sa other side, maning interchange. Sa other side, nawala na si 2. Kay 2 divide 2, wala na. So, we have here 2x equals 3y plus 1. After that, so for y man, so i-transfer nimo si 1. So, you add both sides, subtract by 1. So, that's why we have 3y equals 2x minus 1. Then after that, divide both sides by 3. So, y equals 2x minus 1 over 3. So, the inverse is 2x minus 1 over 3. Another example here, f of x equals x squared plus 4. So, again, change f of x by y. So, y equals x squared plus 4. Interchange x and y. X equals y squared plus 4. Solve for y. So, dapat solve for y. So, y, dapat ang ma-remain dire sa nga variable. So, iyang wala niya, interchange na niya. Si 4, i-transfer sa other side. Or, you subtract both sides of the equation by 4. So, that's why you have x minus 4. So, y squared equals x minus 4. To cancel the 2 exponent, you have to square both sides. So, pag square nimo both sides, natangtang na kay si square root, it means exponential form, y to the power 1/2. So, this is canceled na si square root o si square. So, y equals square root of x minus 4. Then, write to inverse function notation. So, f of inverse of x is equal to plus minus the square root of x minus 4. So, when you draw the inverse, here, change x and y. So, it becomes like this. Okay?
Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and watch my other math tutorials.